Oops. Just okay. So welcome everybody for this third webinar. The two first was about presentation on organizing a competition of Run-Archery. The second one was about judging, which is the first part to have competition, and that's why today we are more focused on archers and coaches for the participation of it. Okay, so as presenter for this webinar, we will have 3 persons and me, but mainly people who are, of course, more experienced and expert than me in coaching. So Janus from Estonia, Guillaume from France, and we will have a recorded presentation from David, Czech Republic, who is an athletic coach. And unfortunately, he cannot be with us today because he's coaching on national competition in athletics, some young people of his club. So David was very kind to record some presentation for you to be presented today. For this webinar, as for the previous one, it will be presented in several parts, and the question answer will be done after each of them. You can ask questions during the presentation by chat. It is the best way to have priority on the question, and probably easier for us to manage all the questions. I will collect them and I will give them to the presenter after each presentation, of course, except David's presentation because it's only recorded. If you want more precision, you can raise hand and discuss, and at the end of this webinar, we will open more discussions, so probably better by raised hand. We will see that at the end of the webinar. On each slide, you have the numbering of the slide, so please, when you have some specific question about a slide during the presentation, include the number of the slide in your question, that it will be easier for presenter to go back on this slide to answer you. The agenda of this webinar will be first a running approach, second one an archery approach, third one strategy of competition, and we will finish, because we know that it's interesting for a lot of you, about some discussion about the youth participation. As an introduction, first, for inform some of them or remind to some of you, the Run-Archery has been created in the 19th, in the years 19th, and after that, in 2003, the title Run-Archery appears in the World Archery rulebook, but it was an empty chapter with nothing in it during a long time. So some competition called European Cup started to come a few years ago. In 2019, some rules were approved by World Archery Europe, and then we had what I can consider as a European Cup, a real European Cup with judges with specific rules. Rules were approved 1 year after by World Archery, so it's now in the book 5, chapter 34 of World Archery. And then we had last year the second edition of the European Cup with these rules. Of course, Run-Archery is first fun, friendship, competition, and now, because we are starting to structure it, we are looking for some performance and to give real material for people who want to perform in this competition. So we are going from friendship, fun to performance, and we try to have a high level sport for medias and for the interest of athletes and everybody. So some coaches are building some training methods to perform in the mix of the speed and calm of precision. The ambition of this webinar, of course, in 2 hours, it's very complicated to give all elements about training, coaching. So first, the ambition, because a lot of you are not already practicing Run-Archery, is to give you some keys and mainly to share experiences. So performance in Run-Archery, of course, it's running performance, shooting performance, but the most important is the link between both. This webinar is a first step for Run-Archer and their coaches. As I told you, we had to make some choices in the topics, and I cannot promise, but it will be probably followed by a complementary webinars. So we will see after this one. I will send to all of you a questionnaire to know exactly what you would like for more information after this first webinar on coaching. And this webinar needs your question and remarks. So I hope you will be very active in this. And our presenters, Janus and Guillaume, will try to do the best to discuss and to share with you their experience. And of course, to hear you, because maybe some of you have already some experience, of course, in archery and maybe in athletic. And as I wanted to say, we are building together. So please be active in this webinar. Okay, that was my introduction. And now I'm going directly to David's presentation. So of course, for David, if for some points you need some information, it will be complicated, of course, because we will have no answer directly from David. So I show you the little video of presentation that he prepared for you. Just one question, do you hear David comments? No? Okay, so sorry. I will try to start again, sorry. Technique. Okay, so now I think it will be better. No, okay. Sorry for that.
Hello, everybody. My name is David, and I welcome you all to this Run-Archery webinar. Because I'm not able to be with you online at this moment, and I apologize for that, I would like to lead you by my voice through several slides, which we prepared with Dominic and other coaches, Guillaume and Janus, and last few days. When we are considering general practice for the Run-Archery, I think that we need to focus on two main groups. First is experienced archers, starting with the running preparation, and the second group would be experienced runners, starting with the archery. Slide number 4, which is dedicated to the first group, experienced archers, starting with running. I think that this group will have it a little bit more complicated for the beginning, because to get and to grow the endurance capacity of the body and all the overall stamina takes quite a long time, and maybe more patience than to get familiar with shooting for 18 meters. Run-Archery is a combination of precise aiming and shooting in disquiet, discomfort, breathless, and in the high heartbeat. So it is evident that such an archer needs to work for some long time, relatively long time, months and years, to grow his or her capacity to reduce the frequency of breathing, to reduce the heartbeat, so that he or she is able to aim and shoot precisely and quite quickly. For such preparation, I offer model 3+1, which means 3 days of sports activities and 1 day off, which we have a look at the other slides. Now I have several slides which can offer some illustration and a model of training day by day without the ranking of these training units. It's up to everyone how he or she is able to organize the day and the week. I think that I'm sure that we have to work on the overall stamina of the body and of growing the capacity of the inner organs, like lungs, kidney, liver, heart, and brain, of course. So you can see the jumping, the rope, some slow jogging, some skipping, and some other running and jumping exercises, also stretching for relax, sprints, which are expressed in some percentage of the capacity, just for illustration, and starting also in combination with shooting, and the number of arrows and the length of the distance for shooting. It will be probably better discussed and better presented by Guillaume and Janus, because they are much more experienced in the archery training. So you can see some squats, press-ups, and some workouts from fitness and from the working out, the workout courts outside. So you can see the day off, which is also a necessary part of the training process, and again some models and illustrations of training. When you repeat from week to week the training, you may add something, let's say in percentage or in a number of repetition of exercises, let's say from 10 to 15% every week, and you can it will depend on how you will feel and what time you will have for the training. It is also important how you will manage the combination of running and shooting, because you have to be somewhere in the shooting range, and the running in downtown is also not very easy or comfortable, so it depends on the conditions you have at home. It shows also some complementary endurance activities, which I consider very important in my training plans for my athletes. It means that you still keep growing the inner organs, such as the lungs, kidney, liver, heart, brain, the blood, of course. But you save your joints and muscles. So it's they are activities like swimming, inline skating, biking, and you can also go for soccer, playing floorball, basketball, volleyball, whatever, in lower intensity, and also some day free. I offer here some tests after 4 weeks of repeating of this model. So there you can test yourself in 4 times 300 meters run, somewhere on the level of your threshold, which means the anaerobic activity, about 90-95% of the capacity, to measure the time for the 300 meters, and then to count on your hits of 10 of your arrows on distance of 18 meters after each of the 300 sprints. And if you repeat this testing every, let's say, 2, maybe 4 weeks, you can compare the results, some improvement. In this slide, there is description about the description of some experience with the training, saying that growing the endurance capacity doesn't mean automatically the running for long distances in a low pace. It is much more efficient if you cut the longer distances into sprints or into short units, repeating them quickly, one by one, or with longer space in between. It depends on how you feel, how you are comfortable with the pace and with the length of the sprints. We normally count on the overall calculation, the overall distance, counting all these sprints together. So 10 times 300 meters mean 3 kilometers. 10 times 1 kilometer means 10 kilometers. So this calculation you can, from week to week, you can prolong a little bit. You can add one more sprint, one more section of the training to grow. You can also work with the length of space in between the sections or in between the sprints, from 30 seconds to maybe 3 minutes, maybe longer, 4 minutes, to relax and to be ready to run another sprint, another section. In the previous section or chapter A, where we had the experienced archer starting to run, we concentrated more on the overall stamina and capacity. So there were more units of running and other physical activities. In this section, in slide number 9, section B, which is about the experienced runners starting with archery, there this chapter would be about maintenance of the stamina and speed or competition pace capacity while learning basics of archery. And in this chapter, I offer model 5+1, 5 days of sports activities and 1 day off, because I consider people belonging to this chapter B more trained physically, more trained, so that they can cope with the model 5+1. Here we are at the model for the experienced runner learning archery. So it says longer time devoted to the basics of archery, 60 minutes, 80 minutes under some supervision of coach, probably for shorter distances and prolonged into the distances. It depends on your capacity by time and possibility to get to the shooting range for safe shooting. Slide number 11 says also something about the complementary endurance activities. And let's say, for example, day 5, a lot of pictures with pictograms, except squats, for example, or except some jumping the ropes and so on. You can also use climbing the stairs. You can do whatever you can realize somewhere in the outdoor workout places. And of course, in terms of archery, prolonging the distance of shooting gradually to 18 meters. That is about the competition in Run-Archery. Day 6 again, free, relaxing. Similar description of on the slides number 12 and 13. It is again about some testing of your running and shooting capacity. Let's say after 4 weeks, you can combine and measure sprints for, let's say, 300 meters repeatedly, and in between the sprints, shooting arrows for 18 meters already, which is given by the Run-Archery rules. And it is also interesting that you can compare how fast you are sprinting or running without bow and with carrying your bow. And you should also observe how fast you are in shooting of the arrows. In the rules, there are 4 arrows in between the running. So as Guillaume and Janus will tell you later this presentation, there is some certain time which is considered a good time for shooting these 4 arrows. So the speed of shooting is also important for the overall result in Run-Archery.
So that was the presentation of David. So unfortunately, because he is not here, it will be difficult to have some answers from him. So I propose you to go ahead with the other presentations, and then we can come back on some points with the opinion of the 2 other presenters on this program which is proposed by David. Anyway, for those who are happy and who join us during the European Cup in October, you can meet David, because he is also a sport manager of the club who is organizing the European Cup in Novemeston at Metui. So, and probably Guillaume and Janus, I hope, we will be present as runners and coaches there. So if you want to meet them and discuss with them on the field, which is probably the best place to make sport, of course, it will be the second weekend of October. It's not promotion, it's just to propose you to meet them face to face to discuss about coaching. So I let the floor to Janus to continue on the second part, and then you can express your question in the chat first, and after the presentation of from Janus, we will answer. He will answer, because I don't have experience and expertise as he has on the subject. He will be able to answer you to your questions. So let's go, Janus.
Hello to everyone. My name is Janus and I am from Estonia. So I share screen. It's okay. You can see my presentation.
It's okay. Yes.
Yeah, nice. Little bit about me. I started coaching in 2007, and first time I visit Run-Archery competition 2008. And I have some personal best in running, 1000 meter, 2:36 and 1500 meters, 4 and 2 seconds. Also, I am as archery athlete, and my best results in 18 exercise in 18 meters. It's national record in Estonia, men's Olympic bow, and in outdoor 70 meters I shoot 648. Separately, it's good level results, but today we speaking about Run-Archery, it's more complicated. So, beginning recommendations. Here I share some pieces from my coaching experiences, and I recommend you for beginning use light bow, very light draw weight under 18 pounds, and also lightweight arrows. Good run archers using aluminum shafts, but use heavier draw weight. So for beginning, using small shooting distances, 5-10 meters, for the archery learning period. Also in running, if they are archers, they must start running easy, and they can use sprints, and sprints under 10 seconds. In my experiences, this is very good perform. Not hard runnings to beginning. And if we start fast shooting or reloading, use normal heart rate, because if you try this in high level heart rate, then you can't well acquire some archery form. And we must make many exercises and repeats that arm strengthening exercise or running with bow. We must more powerful shoulders muscles and core muscles. It's very important in run archery, because we carrying the bow, and we must running with bow hold good running form. And after that, after running laps, we must also using stable, good archery shooting form. So let's a little bit about environment. Common targets. If we start run archery and we learn archery, then I recommend using common targets, not drop-down targets. And after first steps, if we want get some experience about the drop-down targets, then we must build. I build myself some drop-down targets, or maybe you can buy. So, and we must secure all shooting area with archery protection knitting. So, and it's good if shooting area is very good, accessible to the running area. And organize some arrow holders to the shooting line, because if if example, if we shoot 12 arrows and we run 3 running laps, then we can group the arrows in arrow holders. I know that Guillaume can show in presentation. Yeah, it's like arrow holders and securing this shooting area. And if it possible, then good accessible to the running area. So steps I use always first steps. I recommend not jump over steps. So runners who want to start with Run-Archery example. First easy things, then we go more complex exercise. Step-by-step learning focus and control shooting on high heart rate. So first step, learning proper shooting form. Then proper shooting form, but faster and fast loading, faster shooting. Then we must go higher heart rate level. We must using running intervals for this. And fourth step is fast shooting, and we use also highest heart rate. It's mean faster shooting, timing, and we must using some intervals for increase heart rate. I make some pictures also. Shooting form, very slow. Then shooting form and doing it faster. Now we must use intervals and also focus to form, good performance, stability, very slow. But before this shooting, we run some laps. And we in fourth step, using all these things, fast shooting and loading, intervals, get higher heart rate. So if we starting in this step, we not how we not acquired some skills, not enough good. So after that, we can start shooting 18 meters, and we doing some session, not 1 or 2. We must got more experiences in competition distance. So then we try fast shooting, also some session, competition distance, but faster. We must also little bit timing our shooting, but we not use intervals. So now we make some intervals, but shooting is slow. and ending we can shooting fast and reloading fast, and we use running intervals. So this is very similar to competition performance. And competition management, sprint or team exercise. Some 300, 400 meters with 2 shooting range. And first we shoot standing, but after that we shoot both. And for individual 4K, we must try 1000 meters running lap before we shooting without spare arrows. So I made some illustration also. Without running, shooting targets and count hits. Some session. After that, we go faster shooting, also count hits. And first test what I use is hit all 4 targets under 1 minute. I give my yacht 6 arrows. If they use 5th and 6th arrow, then also objective is under 1 minute. Next step, we use running intervals. We shoot not very fast, but heart rate must be more than 140. Why I use this number, this level? We have 2 thresholds. First is aerobic threshold and the second is anaerobic threshold. And we must be over aerobic threshold. It's most people over this number. And this is not very convenient. So, and after we got some experience, we can do this. With running intervals, maybe 300, 400 meters, we got heart rate maybe 170 or maybe more. And we must shoot also fast, enough fast. And heart rate more than 140. Objective is hit all 4 targets under 1 minute. Maybe you can use 2 spare arrows, but it's target. Some games. I have used many games, but I got there 3. So 12 meters, ordinary target, word archery target, and we shoot 4 arrows for time. So if I got maximum is 40 points and I shoot with time 35 seconds, then I can get -5. If I shoot 40 points with 40 seconds, then it's 0. But if maybe I got 30 points with 1 minute, then is this number is 30, this game. So next game, 12 meters and little bit smaller target with 4 arrow, and I measure time. So, but before this shooting is a running lap, 200 meter. Every hit minus 10 seconds, and first goal get under 50. So if I run 200 meters with 50 seconds, I must shoot all 4 arrows to the target with 40 seconds. Then it's also 50, but better is 30, 35. Next game, I give 6 arrows per athlete, and they must run 4 laps with 3 shooting range, and target is in 12 meters and 40 centimeters diameter, and every hit allows to go the next lap. And first goal finish the game, because if we not hit the target, then I use spare arrow, but spare arrows only 3. And if athlete not hit the target 6 times, then game is over before 4 running laps. But if every time they hit, then the game is well finished. And same game is if we make this with some mass start, maybe 6 athletes makes in same time, then the winner is who make this faster. And finally, we can do it in 18 meters and using 16 centimeter targets. And also who can finish the game or who is faster. Okay, and some very simple plan per week. This weekly plan, every day different training session. Example, archery training, maybe there is 60, 80 arrows we shoot, and after this little bit jogging, easy run. And next day we make hard running session, like after warm up we run 3 times 1000 meter in anaerobic threshold level. It depends running level. Maybe some people runs to 1000 meters with 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It's okay, but something in this threshold, maybe it's 170 or 175, depends athletes. Yeah, and for recovery, say lap jogging, and after this cool down and some exercise. Okay, next Run-Archery day and jogging after this. there is some games or competition management or fast shooting with intervals, like David plan shows. Yeah. After this, archery, Thursday, Friday running again, but there is maybe tempo training or intervals, sprints. Saturday Run-Archery again, and archery after this very quick and fast shooting. After this very slow and focused to good form in short distance. Sunday, recovery day, or very easy run some kilometers. And this in this place I some explaining why we build this week plan. Because if I teach archery, then we need good conditions, less tiredness, because we not learn good archery skills when we are very tired and the muscle is very tired. It's hard. But after running trainings, we use different muscles, legs in running training, and we can do it after archery days. Segmented, very hard running days, we can do it after archery days. Okay. Some pictures and explaining why we need example, very good follow through. There is a young archer. Maybe best skills is in running, but if you see there is not good follow through, this release hand goes there, but hits coming because he hold the bow very well. But if we use harder draw weight, then in future not very stable this shooting form. And the next picture shows us very good follow through after release, after shooting, and I like this follow through. It gives us in high level heart rate more control over shooting, more hits to the target. Okay, equipment. So some run archers use this equipment. We're calling this harness, correctly, Dominic? And it gives possibility hold the bow in our back, and gives possibility less our shoulders and our arms not so tired to the coming to the shooting area. And the second picture, what I show here, there is two run archers. One archer hold the bow in hand. He can change hands, but arm and shoulders muscles get tired more than the second man here behind. And this man carrying bow with harness gives more possibility, less tired the muscles. Yeah. So in this picture also you can see this possibility. Maybe one problem is if we run with big okay, I use translate second computer. Amplitude. If you use big amplitude, then legs hit lower limb. But if it's correctly here, then we can learn this, how we use this, and we can run very fast. Okay, next big picture shows us a real battle. It's, I have also there, and I remember this mass start. Okay, there is 8 men and some different bow holding, 2 bows, 2 men using harness. There are first and third, yeah. There is also 3 men using this. Okay, and some people carrying in hand. This mass start was in sprint, and in sprint maybe it's not big difference how we carrying, but individual long race, yeah, their running lap is so big that our muscles got tired with handling this like this. Beginning my presentation, I spoke about good core and shoulder muscles, powerful and very good strength in core and shoulders, because we're using kneel position. A kneel position is demanding position in shooting. We must balance backward and forward, and if don't have very strong core muscles, we can't good feeling hold. So before competition, she was good form and hit good, but this was before competition. So there is second picture, different, little bit different positions in kneel shooting, but if before shooting was good form, after running, she was tired shoulders and not hold correctly bow, and make many mistakes. And Sandra here holding, pushing and throwing was well balanced, and good core and shoulder muscles gives possibility more hit more drop down targets. Oh, that's all. And
that's not all, because we have some questions.
yeah, I understand, but not more slides. But of course, I can speak more. Yeah, I wait questions.
So yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I thank everyone listening my presentation. Yeah.
Okay, so first question from Khaled. Could you explain us how you measure your athletes' aerobic and anaerobic threshold? And after how much time do you retest it to see if it has changed?
Yeah. Mostly I go to the medical center and we make some tests with mask, and I measure gas difference, and with correctly make how I explain the sport medicals. They measure these levels, but we can use also lactate tests. We take blood test and after different heart rate, and I also can use con test, how it's calling. There is we use 200 meters lap, and every lap goes faster and faster and faster, and there is some point when our heart rate goes very quick up, but our running speed not increase. So there is anaerobic threshold. This is very simple test, but needs some endurance. Maybe it takes maybe 20 laps, it's 4 kilometers, and you must very good feel this speed difference. Okay.
And so second question is more about the equipment. Is this harness commercially available, or is it homemade? Do you have any shops you would recommend?
Yeah.
So maybe Guillaume and you can answer, because you are in some different countries. So Guillaume, maybe.
Yes. So every harness are homemade. We take a lot of biathlon harness, and we can buy it in on the website of many countries who practice biathlon. In France, we have only one person who commercializes his harness, Rémi Le Brunet, but it's probably the most are homemade.
Yeah, yes, usually it is adapted ones coming from biathlon. And yes, Remy is starting to build some specific for both. But at this side, we can send you the email address and the contact from Remy. And Remy is one of the racers, and Run-Archery we have in the European Cup or in competition in France. So he knows very well archery and equipment for archery. But we will send you the contact. Okay. You're welcome, Raden. So,
okay.
So is there some other questions?
Retest. Mostly I make retest maybe once a year or maybe once 2 years. Not very often, because if you got maybe if athlete is over 20 years old, then it's not change very quick. It's years and years. It's almost same level. But running speed, this is change. Yeah, this. But heart rate number not change after this age, not very quick. Once per year or also once per 2 years. It's my experience.
Okay, I see that someone is writing your question. So, Jenny, no question? So we have some people writing questions. Okay, so for Jenny, it's okay. It was a previous question, which was the same, so she had the answer. Yes, Khaled, you can ask another question. Yes, you can. I know you can. So Khaled, ask, do you have periodization plans? And second one, strength and conditioning programs specific to running and archery, and which are adapted.
For Run-Archery, maybe it's not very specific. It's a very simple plan, because I teach archers, and I don't have very good periodization there, but in every year we start preparing for European Cup. It start in summertime, and then we use some weeks we doing one level things, then we go next step, more competition management trainings. Yeah, we have plans for 3-4 months before we participate playing in European Cup usually. And for second question, strength and cohesion programs. I can write this this plan, but not ready programs. Yeah.
So about this kind of question, I propose anyway, as I told in introduction, we are on the first step with this webinar, which is the first approach. So probably we will propose another one. So it's up to World Archery Europe to accept the project of new webinars, because we are ending the series of first webinar. And honestly, I didn't expect so many countries with some curiosity or interest for this new discipline. So probably we will have another one. So all these questions will be treated with more accuracy next time. And Jenny, question regarding the kneeling position. Is there a position you advise, left or right, knee on the ground, on the other, straight or angled? But Khaled, for next time, or we will see with Janus how to do to have more precise programs to propose to you, and eventually to send it to you.
Yeah. If we
shoot
like
about kneeling, yes.
Yeah, kneeling position. If we shoot with like right-handed archer, then we the ground I put left knee, and I balanced my position with right leg. Maybe more side or a little bit front. But yeah, we must make some legs strengthening exercise, because after kneeling position, if we stand up, then we must run again. And more stability gives us strong legs in kneeling position. It's very demanding. If we have side wind, we must hold, and your leg is tired after a running lap, and that's why also we must make many exercise, squat and uphills, downhills, so on. Yeah, it's my simple answer, because there I can write more recommends for this, and Guillaume also can in representation also explain. And I see that there is so many questions also.
Yeah, yes,
from Victoria.
But Guillaume, if you want to give help to Janus. Victoria, hello Victoria. Do you have a specific group for Run-Archery? From which age and level is it possible to be a good level archer and to practice Run-Archery?
All answer is yes. There is some people who wants exactly Run-Archery skills, got more better level, more practicing and more competitions. So mostly they are age cadets, under 18s, but some also junior age, and maybe 2-3 people adults. They are young people mostly, and there is more archers who want more more actions. Archers who want more actions, they also many time is in Estonian best archers in cadets and young junior age. So if it's enough, or
yes, it is possible to be a good level archer and to practice Run-Archery. And I just would add that, of course, because we had some courses in France on coaching and practicing and training, it is 18 meters. So in the winter time, it's very important to continue to practice indoor, because as more as you are accurate, each missed spot is time to run penalty loops. So normally you have to have a balance between being a good runner and being a good archer. So you have to have a big precision, even if it is 16 centimeters. When you are breathless, it's very complicated to shoot. So each missed arrows have a consequence on the performance, on the losing performance. So of course you have to be a good level archer, and of course after to practice to have this link between the running and the shooting. But you have to be good in both. So I should say that a good level archer can be a good and high performer run archer if he or she can combine the running and the archery as well as possible. And we will see that with Guillaume in few minutes about strategy of competition. Khaled,
yeah.
Khaled, what gives better results? Oh, it seems so. We had a discussion when we prepared the webinar with David, Janus, and Guillaume. I told them that probably a lot of people want to have the magic recipe to make champions. So it seems it is the case for Khaled. Khaled, what gives better results podium-wise? Train an archer to do Run-Archery, or train a runner to do Run-Archery?
I can take it if you want.
Yes, let's go, Guillaume.
Definitely train a runner to Run-Archery, because Run-Archery because running capacity are very difficult, and it's very hard to be a good runner. It takes more time than be a good archer. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Khaled, to propose to answer in French, but it's much more better that everyone hears the answer. Okay, so maybe just the last question from Khaled, and we will go ahead with Guillaume's presentation. Thank you so much, Janus. And we will go ahead, and after we will have time to answer all questions. So Guillaume, it's up to you. Ready, steady, go.
Up. You see it? You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I will present me first, and I'll talk about how to progress and prepare for the competition. Okay. About me, so my name is Guillaume Scott. I start coaching archery in 2017. My first Run Archery competition was in 2017 in France. I train with a group of around 10 Run Archers and I try to coach them. And I coach Run-Archery beginner too. Personal best in running on 10 km, 38.30. Personal best in indoor archery, 18 meters, 5:38. Personal best in run archery, second place at the European Cup in Novemesto 2021. And the same year, the second place in run archery tour, the most important competition in France. So, and I can answer the question. I'm not a great runner. I'm not a great archer, but I'm pretty good run archer. So it's a hope for everyone who wants to practice this discipline. How to progress? That's the question on every run archer, because it's a new discipline and everything is to be built and written. For being a good run archer, you have to run fast, shoot every arrow in the target in an optimal time. Definitely quality is the key. Okay, now you know that you are the best run archer in the world. More seriously, definitely quality is the key. Run archery is an archery discipline. Even if you are not the fast, if you shoot fast and good, you can be in the first place. For winning time of shooting, many phases where for winning time of shooting, many phases where the speed can be modulated exist, and we will see several here. The mental is very important too, like in a biathlon. We have to be self-confident because shooting in direct confrontation is not easy and it could be disturbing. We are going to speak about it too. Time shooting. Here I present an exercise of Run-Archery shooting quality. The exercise is made to know your own shooting speed, which guaranteeing a good quality. For the establishment, Run-Archer stand on the shooting zone with his arrow in the cone. He has to shoot in the first step 4 arrows slowly, and every arrow must be in the target. The coach notes the time of each sequence. The Run-Archer repeats the sequence faster and faster until arrows are no more in the target. Now he knows his limit. You can reproduce this exercise with a knee on the ground. On this video, we can see Thomas doing the exercise. He's a really good Run-Archer, in the best in France and in Europe, several times medalist. And he can shoot all the targets around 30 seconds. You have the time here. Yes, but not this time. Like Janus say, here we will see some shooting phases we can accelerate and some tips for winning time. You can see on these 2 pictures 2 ways to place arrows in the cones. If you haven't a definite place on the shooting zone, like in the individual 4K races, I recommended to make 3 packs of 4 arrows. It will be easier to take it in running. If you have your place definite, like in the sprint, you can place your 6 arrows In the cone in front of you, you place the 6 arrows in the cone for standing position, and the 6 other down for the knee down shot. Take arrows in the cone. The goal of the exercise is to facilitate the capture of arrows and installation on the shooting zone. You can place 2 cones spaced around 20 meters apart, one in the shooting zone and the other on, and you place the arrows in the second. Run-Archery start in cone 1, run fast to the cone 2, take his arrow and come down to the cone 1, put it in and start shooting. First, you can standing shoot, then go fast to the second cone, take your arrows, go to the one, put it down, and you can shoot with the knee down. The exercise must be timing, and all exercise of Run-Archery must be timing, and start again several times. Several options are possible for installation of the shooting zone. You can try it and see which is better, which you have better result. The goal is to lose least time to go to shooting and lower heart rate always for ensure quality. On this picture, we can see on the left in blue an archer walking after taking his arrows. On the right, the second archer continue to run. On this video, here the archer is walking, and she take her time to go to the line, and she is caught by another archer who is running, but he chooses to breathe a little time before shooting on the line. On the second video, it's a sprint, so you have 6 arrows for shoot 4 targets. The archers are still running fast by entering in the shooting area, but they slow down a few meters before the shooting line, and they shoot directly after being in good position for losing less time. For the beginners, I highly recommend this exercise. You can win a precious second, which have no impact of your shooting quality. The goal is to place faster than possible the arrows on the bow and automate the gesture. You can take your 12 arrows on the cone in face of the target. Run-Archery take an arrow, place it fast as possible on the bow and simulate the start of positioning. Like I just say, you can time for each arrow and at the start and compare to the end of the exercise to highlight again. Once the gesture has been assimilated, put into practice by shooting several series of 4 standing shoot and then for arrow with a knee on the ground. Here we can see Maxime Rigoulet doing the exercise. Just profit of this video to thank him a lot, because many of these exercises are coming out of his head. Focus work. It's a funny exercise to do. This exercise is for prepare the mental. The goal is to prepare our nature to stay focused and don't be perturbed by the shoot of the opponent. You have to focus on your shoot, separate a group of furniture into groups, one on the shooting zone, the other a few meters behind. First group start shooting, and the second group must disobey shooters by anything, noise, music, laughing, speaking, clap their hand for this debate, and the archer has to focus. And after, you reverse the roles. On this video, it's very interesting to see the duel of the two Run-Archery. They are fighting for the win, and they face off each other. One is left-handed and the other right-handed. The archer on the left shoot faster than the second, but he take more risk. He missed one, but he finished first and lived just behind the second, who waits. We can see here. He leave and go just behind the archer. So the second archer wait a few seconds for leave the archer, and after he release. But few seconds too long, because he won't come back and will finish at the second place of the European Cup. Now we talk about build strategy. Different strategy can be built. It depends in particular of the type of the race. I will show you my strategy in the European Cup. For the individual 4 kilometers, I try to run in negative split. I make the 4 loop of 1 kilometer faster and faster and faster. I was about around 4 minutes per kilometers, and the last less, about 3:50. I take my time for shoot, because we have only 4 arrows, so I took about around 30 seconds, which allowed me to have a fairly low hair rate. When I run, I'm around 170 of average, and when I'm shooting, around 140 average during shooting. So, like Janus say, it's good to be prepared to shoot at this heart rate. And this strategy has paid off, because I finished second with a nice 11 arrows in of my 12 in shooting. For the sprint, I choose to start fast. We can see anymore, but less than 3 minutes per kilometers, and I took more risk on the shoot. More risk, yes, in the shoot, around 30 seconds, and 1 arrow takes around 7 seconds, because you have 3 arrows for 4 targets. And after the first shoot, I adapt the speed in function of my place of the race. Here I was second, in the second place. So you can see that the second loop of 44,000 meters was time speed loop. I had I want to ensure the last shoot. Last shoot I shoot around 30 seconds. I had a little bit to show my shooting, but all my arrows hit the target, and I was very happy to be second, first European medal for me. I wasn't the faster on this competition, but I had the best shooting percentage, around more than 90%. In conclusion, we can see that many other exercises can be invented. We work a lot with video, for example, or we think a lot about breathing exercise. And I'm sure you will imagine many others. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I would like to thank my companions who helped me to prepare this presentation. I hope it made you want to come and play with us. And if you have some question, I'm here for answer.
Yes, there is one. Which software are you using? It's not about PowerPoint, I imagine, but maybe more about the running performances.
Yes, it's Polar. I have Polar with my
the famous watch.
Yeah. The famous watch, yes. And with Polar or Garmin, it's nearly the same. You can have a lot of details, and maybe it's a good way to analyze after the run and understand what works, what don't work. I like watching my watch.
So it is a watch, sure. Yes. It is like a joke, because if you see a lot of pictures or videos of the European Cup, a lot of them, I think, lose some seconds before crossing the finish line, because they try to find the button on the watch. So for me, it's crazy not to do it after the finish line. But it's a good debate when the difference is only 1 or 2 seconds with the other athletes. Did you try to
I will
use?
think about photograph this year.
Did you try to use a chest strap to measure heart rate, variability, and see how it impacts your shooting?
You talk about this one, you put this. I tried it one time, but I don't like anymore to run with, so I don't use. But everyone tell me that you have it's more précis. Yeah.
On a ton écran.
Merde. Grillé. Bon, bah, précis.
It's not for translation, so you profit of the translation. So you don't measure HRV?
Yes, I can with the with the watch, because here we don't see, but here is I can take it.
So yes, Guillaume, I will give you the number of Radet, so you can speak about technology and brands. separately of this webinar. We are not here to promote someone who is not sponsor or partner of Run-Archery in Europe.
No, but every GPS watch propose this service. Garmin, Polar, Suunto, même Apple Watch, smartwatch, everyone.
Yeah. So just what is clearly important is that measure of your performance when you want to perform. It's very important. And another thing is that each second is counting. So I think that the exercise about how to put the arrow on the bow and to win some time on this little parts. If you have 1 second more for each arrow, it's 12 arrows. Or 8 arrows in each race. It's 8 to 12 arrows. So if you lose 1 second by arrow, it's already, it can be around 10 seconds lost for the ranking. So it's very important on all this little part to also practice it and to find the way to be more efficient and not to lose time. A new question from Khaled. No. Yes. Question is coming. Okay, no questions from my side. It was good to wait for that. So if we have no more question, I will go on the last part, which is maybe the one you can have a big discussion with Guillaume and mainly Janus, who has really new young people coming even on the European Cup. So I will show you something about the youth participation. Okay. Yes. So youth participation, we take as example and base of discussion what was decided and voted as a rule in French Archery Federation this year, because we didn't want to include till the beginning the youth categories because we thought that it needed some precision and to consider the specificity of these ages. So the format we have in France and we call Run-Archery Kid is based on the sprint format with adapted shooting distance, running distances on some part of the rules to reduce the number of information to learn for kids and to reduce the risk of mistakes goes by the lack of concentration they can have during the running phases and going on the shooting line with some we know how some kids can be very excited when they make sport and they think to win. So in our rules we use the same targets that for all formats. That means for sports of 16 centimeter and of course a shorter distance of shooting. Going like that make us enable us to use in some official competition for adults to use the same field of play with no big new installation or equipment for kids. It means that we just have to put a shooting line at 12 meters and to use the adult shooting line 6 meters behind for the spotters area. I will not come back on the old field of play because we already did it on the 2 previous webinars. So just to know that we need a specific penalty loop, of course, but for the shooting range, no need except the shooting line at 12 meters. You can manage to have a Run-Archery kid race in official competitions. Distance of running are adapted because some kids will not moderate by themselves their speed, and we need and we must preserve their health. So rules must give some limits, at least with the maximum distance to run. So the choice in France is 250 meters for the running loop, and for the penalty loop, 35 meters. It's based on the calculation we do for all races, which is around 15% of the running loop for the penalty loop. An adaptation for a limited risk of mistakes. Instead of the sprint format where you have some spare arrows, you have 4 spots to hit, then 4 arrows to shoot. For each shooting session, you have 4 arrows to shoot. Assign target. For those who has attended the previous webinars, sometimes we have some races with an official at the entry of the shooting range telling archers where going to shoot. So in this case, we don't want to have some mistakes. So each archer will shoot every time at the same target, and then his or her arrow can stay on the shooting line. As you have seen on some pictures, sometimes when you don't have a assigned target, you have to take the arrows at the entry of the shooting range. There is a risk that some kids shoot with arrows of someone else. So having arrows at the shooting line on the right target, it's much more easier for everybody. Standing, all shoots are in standing position. First, it's more comfortable for small kids with big bow if they have to shoot kneeling. And shooting kneeling, even if the bow has the right dimension, it can be complicated for smaller kids to shoot in the center because of the height of the target. So we have chosen also to be more easy in the understanding of the rules that all shoots will be standing. Carriage of the bow only by hand. It is considered that depending of the size of the bow or the carriage could make troubles. So when you have the bow in the back quiver, depending of the size of the bow, it can be making some troubles to run. And with the harness, as it was told by Janus previously, for kids, mainly you can have some trouble with the lower limb in the legs when running. So that's why we have decided for this Run-Archery kid format in France only to use a handling carriage to run for kids. So it was quite quick as a presentation. Because I would like to have, if we have some question, or if we can have some comments from Guillaume and Janus, who are more experts than me. It is the first time we have this format for youth people, because that in international rules, we have only the usual one, which is much more for everybody. And of course, for example, during the European Cup last year, the youngest archers didn't run the 4 kilometer. They only ran the sprint one. So Janus, if you want to make some additional comments, or Guillaume? Yes. Don't let me alone, please.
Now the children are very demanding and asking to participate at the race, definitely. So it's very important to make a discipline who they can practice with no injury.
Janus, for you, the choices we did in France, what do you think about? Because you are more experienced with very young run archers.
Yeah, I think it's the all decision is very good and well explained, and for youth and kids we must start very careful, because not injury with physically, but if they got some mental injury, like target panic or something like that, this is I afraid. But this short distances and short running laps, this is protect the motivation and health. Yeah.
Every child, when they practice, every child goes very fast in the first loop, and after it's more difficult. So it's a good thing that the loop is short, and after maybe if you want the discipline will be more important in the World and Olympic Games. We have to be present at school. For example, we have to speak with children and present the discipline, definitely.
I don't know about the other attenders, but when I had sent the questionnaire for to the member association in December, a lot of member association was interested by Run-Archery to get a new discipline for new public who is looking for something really more dynamic. And I know that some countries think that it is a good way with the combination running archery to have more chance to enter in schools or in kids associations, and then probably we have to think about it and to propose run archery in schools, because sometimes archery is more considered as not so dynamic and not going to fitness or things like that. So Khaled has to leave us. So thank you, Khaled. And yes, we can catch up. No problem, Khaled. You know my phone is. You know my phone number. Okay, thank you so much, Khaled, for your participation. Okay.
Thank you.
So for all attenders, do you have other question? Not only about the kids' participation or the youth participation, but in general, taking advantage to have Guillaume and Janus present for some additional questions. No? No question? No raised hands? No? Okay. Victoria, which age categories has Run-Archery? So you have a junior and I would say senior and master. At the European Cup, we open the categories when we have at least 3 people in the category. But because of course, it's not so much about archery, of course, shooting at 18 meters. When you are junior or master, there is, it can be considered quite fair. at this distance and depending of the power of the bow. But of course, running has big importance. So we try to separate some categories by age. So at this time, at the international level, we use the usual. So it's in the new categories name. It's under 21 and under 50. So U21, U50, and after we have masters. So at the European Cup, at least when we have, and of course separate by gender, so you have women and men, and as soon as we have at least 3 of them at the European Cup, we separate it for the podiums because it's more fair. And after, but it is at the international level for each member association. As for other disciplines, it's up to the national federation to put in place their rules, their own rules, and to decide how they do. For France, for example, because we consider that under 15, we have to consider them in the Run-Archery kit. So that is about the age category. Any other questions? Okay, so if you have no more question, I will close the registration and give you just some information for the followings after the recording.
And there is one question about position of the judge.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So position of the judge. Sorry, I didn't saw this new one. So it is not about coaching and training, and it's not because I don't want to answer it. When I will send you all the document, I send you the link to the YouTube channel with the recorded session about judging. Where all places of judges and spotters are, so you will have all the information about it. And the scoring process is indicated in the previous webinar, so you can have it online with no problem. But it is, sorry, it is not the subject of this webinar, so I will not come again on it. You have the recorded session on the YouTube channel of World Archery Europe. Okay. Oh, it was result for Indonesia. So of course, I thank all people from all countries in Europe. And of course, we are happy to have some country out of Europe. So result is from Indonesia. So result, I will of course send to all of you the link for those who didn't have time or opportunity to attend the previous the previous webinars. And I have seen or more, we have someone who was, I think, to all webinars, which is Yona from Zimbabwe. So we are really happy about all this interest. So thank you. I close the recording. So some of you thank us